to One Star Wonders. Spoiler, they hated it. I'm Mel.
And I'm Anna.
And every week we get together and read 1 and 2 star reviews of really popular books so that we can feel a little bit better about our writing and just kind of loosen up a little bit and laugh at the internet's chaos. Hit your like, subscribe, notification bell, share with your friends. Is that... I had a complete brain... my brain just stopped working. What do I usually say next?
It's been a minute.
Well, because I'm doing the intro and then I'm thinking, oh, we haven't been doing it every week. But,
Oh, yeah, well...
So my brain got stuck, so, okay.
It's a new year.
It's a new year. Yeah, anyway. Stick around till the end where we read a 4 and 5 star review of an indie author so that we can kind of help support our fellow author cohorts and, just... This is a hard job, you guys. Let's just boost each other up all we can, okay? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was in my Discord writing group and someone was like, oh, I sold 77 books last year. And I was like, oh, let me check how many I did.
You sold books?
18. Yay! And then somebody this morning was like, oh, I sold over 2,000. And I'm like, yay for you. That's so great.
I'm not going to say anything. I can't say what I'm thinking because I have a problem.
Well, it goes back to, those people who do the pity marketing, right? Like, oh, poor me, I only have a million page reads, and it's like, okay, Gladys.
I'm trying to get to my goal.
Yeah, is your goal, okay, you hit bestsellers list, I can no longer feel bad. There's no more pity marketing for you.
I made $100,000 this year selling writing. Oh.
Poor me, I can't even pay my mortgage. Really, I can't even buy a gallon of water. So great.
Yeah. Counting quarters in my change cup.
Before you go into the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this week, we're just going to go off track there. This week we are doing Howl's Moving Castle for our 1-star reads. And do you have that file open?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we do. Okay, so we're going to have you screen share today.
Okay. This is my favorite book. So we'll see what...
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay. Amy. Let's see how badly Amy's gonna piss me off. This is going to be a quick review because I don't want to waste any more time on this book. Ugh. I honestly can't believe the high ratings this has. The characters are whiny, self-centered, and unlikable. There was no character development. I didn't care what happened to anyone, and I could not find a point to the story. The whole thing was monotonous, uneventful, and extremely dull. Here is an example of how repetitive the story was. If Sophie had cared to look, she would have seen. If Sophie had had any attention to spare, she would have seen. If Sophie had been attending, she would have seen. And just for a change of pace, if Sophie or Howl had had any attention to spare, they might have noticed. All in the last 4 pages of the book, no joke. I won't even mention the endless amount of mending Sophie does, or how often we have to hear about Howl visiting girls, and all Michael ever does is work on a spell. We have to hear about Calcifer's flames continuously. This is basically the whole story in a nutshell. It should not have taken me almost a week to read this. I had no desire to pick it up again. To sum it up, I found it to be completely stupid. Well, you're completely stupid, Amy.
I have been dying for your narrative on this.
Shut up, Amy. Nobody likes you. Okay. And then we have one of those rare occasions when the movie is actually better than the book. I won't say, the movie's different. And I love the movie because I love Studio Ghibli movies.
Yeah. It is a great movie.
But they're different. It's just totally different. I like them both for different reasons.
Right.
Under disappointment, inconsistent writing, and blotchy characters, I wanted to read it after watching its masterpiece of the Studio Ghibli movie adaptation, but guess it wasn't worth it. Sophie and Howl are not very likable, and Diana's writing is super inconsistent. She says how someone is calm and then adds a but, and unnecessarily contradicts this sentence too many times. There are so many buts in the book, it's plain annoying. Sometimes Sophie is calm and then she bursts insults, and Howl is a playboy and not at all charming. The only thing I like about the book was Calcifer's character, and that's all. I honestly hate this book. Dang, fuck you. The whole point is like Howl is kind of an asshole the whole book.
Right.
But like then he was being nice to Sophie, like she just didn't realize he was. I don't know. It's not like your typical romance, and that's probably why I like it.
Yeah. I think that's probably why a lot of people liked it. It's just because it wasn't the same.
Yeah, because he's kind of an ass to her. Like that's the impression you get.
Okay.
But you don't even realize, like she doesn't. I don't know how to describe it.
So
it's just not like your typical romance. But.
Yeah, because the movie doesn't really even feel like a romance.
No, and I don't like Howl's character as much in the movie.
In the movie.
Because it just is, it's not any fun. It did, like, I don't know. The book was, I don't know.
The book was better.
Anyway, well.
Different. The book is different.
Yeah. Hannah. After a good initial start, this story never took off the way I anticipated and hoped it might. The writing style was difficult for me to get caught up in, and I kept waiting for something enchanting and thrilling to happen. Unfortunately, after chapter 3, nothing did at all. While I appreciate some aspects of Wynne Jones' fantasy building, the castle and its doorway portals in particular, I don't see where she executed these ideas in any kind of sustained, imaginative way. Apart from Howl, who really needed medication through the majority of the book, the characters felt flat and one-dimensional. I found it difficult to relate to their plight. To be fair, young adult fantasy isn't one of my go-to genres, so my rating should be taken with a large grain of salt. For aficionados of this style, it's hard to please me in this genre. Only Juliet Mary, I don't know who that is. George MacDonald and Marion, I don't know who these people are. Have been able to pull me into their fantasy realm and hold me captive. Whatever.
Okay. I gotta say it. I don't like sushi. This sushi was nasty. Then why did you eat it?
Well, yeah, why are you reading a young adult?
Why are you reading a YA novel?
And to be fair, like, hers is not like your typical, because this is written like decades ago.
Right.
So it's not like
I knew that.
Current young adult stuff, you know?
Right, but again, like
if you hate young adult, why are you reading
if you hate YA, why read it? Just because it's popular.
Yeah.
You know, I can see being like, oh, I wonder what all the hype's about. Go to the bookstore, open to the middle, read a couple pages.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. I just like we were talking
in the library.
Yeah, like we were talking about last week. You know, like there's a lot of indie author content that is just not for me. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I don't support my fellow indie authors that write the stuff I don't read. I just don't care to read it, so why would I read it? Even if it gets super popular, like I might get a whole lot of flack for saying this, but like Sarah J. Maas and A Court of Thorn and Roses, like I have absolutely no desire to read it. It's just from what I have heard, it sounds like I will be exhausted reading this book, and so I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Saturated. Yeah.
And I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah, and so like I'm sorry, Stephen King, I'm not really a horror reader. I don't really read horror. It's not something that I want to experience. So like I'm not gonna read it, even if it's super popular. Like
I'm not into books if they're popular. I've never liked Stephen King's. I could never get into his books. I've tried. And I was just, you know, why try? If you don't like it, why?
Right. Why force yourself? You know.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about, you know. Oh,
I don't like it.
I don't like it, but I don't usually read this genre anyway.
Yeah.
So like with the Dawn of Esper, I got a review that was like, I don't typically read military romance, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be bad. But it was like, instead of it being a bad review, it was, this book opened my eyes to potential in a different genre. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thank you for taking a shot, but
I know.
you know that it scared me there.
I was surprised. In a good
I was
way.
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Just like, you.
It's like when somebody's like, "Can I talk to you?"
Oh my gosh.
No.
So a little side note here. When right before I quit my job, I had a really bad day at work, and like they pulled me in for a meeting about not performing to my highest ability or something, and you know, they were very careful about avoiding blaming it on my pregnancy, but I came home and I was just like, I was in tears because, you know, pregnant, and my husband got home and I was like, we need to talk, and that's all I could get out without bursting into tears was just, we need to talk. And he could see just on my face that I was so distraught, and he was like, oh my god, what happened? Like, he thought I was gonna like divorce him or something. But yeah, we got into the bedroom, and then I just burst into tears. I was just like, I had a really bad day at work, because I don't want my kids to see me breaking down, right? But
Oh yeah.
but yeah, it's just one of those things, like, we need to talk. It's like, no, you don't say that ever.
No. I've only actually done the whole crying in front of my kids one time, I think, and it was when I had to put a dog down.
Aww.
And then, you know, my youngest is like, was it because my husband has said that payday is crying day to them because of all the little hell we make, and so he's like, what's the matter? Is it payday?
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, sorry. Long circle back around to these 1-star reviews. 2-star. This was a 2-star.
Okay, after a good initial start, this story never took off the way I anticipated and hoped it might. The writing style was difficult for me to get caught up in, and I kept waiting for something. Did I?
Oh, we already read this one.
Oh, never mind. Moving on.
We're down on Joe now.
Okay. I've been wanting to read this book for a long time, so I decided it was about time. I just jumped straight in. My deepest heart's desire was that I'd find the female equivalent to Terry Pratchett, but sadly that is not the case. Well, okay, no.
Right?
It was written so well, and Diana has an amazing imagination that makes Neil Gaiman look normal. Okay. Don't know where that has to do with anything, but sadly the characters were flat, and I felt nothing for any of them, though I think Howl was the most wonderfully developed of the lot. They were all a little bit, I'm only here for this one bit, then I'll leave, which is often the case with background characters, but not the main plot-fueling ones. And the plot, I did enjoy it to some extent, but I got lost a few times and wasn't really sure why certain things were happening. I think she tried to cram in so many wonderful things that often happen into fantasy books into just this one that it slightly ripped at the seams. The world was a lovely thing to be introduced to, but I can't get over my disappointment in the castle. No spoilers, but I was expecting a lot more than what I felt we were given, particular since the thing is in the title. It was rather clever, but not what I wanted personally. However, the world still felt quite small despite the various places visited. There didn't seem enough given to link all the places together, and they invariably ended up becoming just the one place after a while. Despite not quite enjoying this particular book, I do want to read everything else Diana has written, because you can clearly see her amazing imagination and clever storytelling prowess from this book. I think the fact that it was a children's book really let it down. Well, I've got news for you, buddy. Her books are pretty similar. It doesn't matter if they're adult or
children's.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same.
The writing style is pretty set.
Yeah, she just tosses in some swear words. That makes it adult.
Anna will make any book adult for you.
Yeah, I could do that. If that's all it takes. Lord. This was quite the disappointment, given that the Studio Ghibli adaptation is one of my all-time favorite movies. I honestly had no idea that Howl was such a pompous ass, and Sophie and Howl's relationship build-up was practically non-existent. That's why it's different.
That's why it's different, yeah.
Like, it was building. If you look back at the book, you can see where it was building, but...
If you just only have the love and passion for the book, then you will see. You will see all of the things that you're wrong about.
Yes. The only reason why this book isn't getting a lower rating is that Calcifer's personality is almost the same as the movie. Okay. Okay, Emily, whatever. I know, they're looking for that frickin' Sarah J. Maas, dark whatever, and the dark fairy...
Prince Lordlings.
Yeah.
Whatever they are. I don't know. Dragon Keepers.
That's probably an example of somebody who wanted something cliche.
Right.
I want a romance that's like...
I want those cliche tropes, and why isn't there Grumpy and Sunshine, and why isn't there, a happy ending? Because he has to die at the end. He has to. And I'm really struggling with it, and I don't want to kill my darling. It hurts. It hurts so much. Anyway, you'll have your day with the axe, my friend.
Amanda, I don't like him. I already hate the name Amanda. No offense to Amanda. Like it. Anyway, pure crap. You're pure crap, Amanda. This definitely made it on my worst books ever read list. Just terrible. Rarely do I ever leave reviews, but I was so disappointed with this because it had so much praise. The story was a flying mess of and the characters had absolutely nothing to like about them, and I just couldn't get into the writing. Maybe because I lost interest so early on, but I could not understand a lick of what the hell was happening or why any of it even mattered. 100% would not recommend. Well, nobody likes Amanda's anyway, so...
Amanda.
Shut up, Amanda. Go read your freaking whatever.
Okay. So now we're going to read the book description for there. Okay. Oops. Okay, so this has 4.28 stars on Goodreads, and the description is: Sophie has the great misfortune of being the eldest of 3 daughters, destined to fail miserably should she ever leave home to seek her fate. But when she unwittingly attracts the ire of the Witch of the Waste, Sophie finds herself under a horrid spell that transforms her into an old lady. Her only chance at breaking it lies in the ever-moving castle in the hills, the wizard Howl's castle. To untangle the enchantment, Sophie must handle the heartless Howl, strike a bargain with a fire demon, and meet the Witch of the Waste head-on. Along the way, she discovers that there's far more to Howl and herself than first meets the eye. Sorry. So there you have it, Howl's Moving Castle. And now we will move on to our indie portion of the day. We still have 56 on there. Oh, I better cross out 29. Okay, 35. We're on 35. This buddy right here. Okay, this one is called Glitter and Grim, Sinners and Sweethearts, Book 1, by Anne Morgan. Anne Morgan. A nice, simple cover. Looks nice. Okay, it was published in 2025. Wow, lots of Novembers.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a monster, he said, voice low, but I'll be your monster. Ooh, scary. Scary. Maisie Blythe only wants 2 things: to get over her ex-almost fiancé and to see her art in the world-renowned Stratford and Sons gallery. After a string of dead-end jobs and even worse one-night stands, She's farther away from that goal than she thinks, until one day, by chance, she sees a flyer for a temporary front desk position. Enzo, quote, the Reaper, unquote, Rossi, is a man marked in blood with a dangerous past. He'll do anything to protect the ones he loves, including selling his soul to Giovanni Eleo. The king of the Chicago underworld. Is that a name I should know in regard to the underworld?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just like, I'm not aware social of anything, so I'm like, When Enzo finally takes a chance to leave his life of violence behind, but for her, Enzo is willing to risk everything, even his life. Enzo is the darkness she cannot resist, the danger she cannot outrun, and the man who would burn the world to keep her safe. Can Maisie survive the chaos he drags her into, or will loving him cost them both everything? Ooh, dangerous. Okay, 1-star review by Caitlin. I didn't want to put it down. I absolutely love this book. I haven't been able to read in months, and this one definitely pulled me out of a slump. The spice was perfect. I'm one who loves a good plot with some spice, and this book had the perfect balance. Definitely recommend and can't wait for book 2. The next one is by Christopher. Amazing first novel. Enzo, better known as the Reaper, people fear him more than they fear death itself. Day by day, Enzo feels the last of his humanity slipping away. Finally, Enzo wants out. As he shows up to the final score, he sees her. Maisie is the first bit of light Enzo has seen in 10 years. Everything he wants to be, he can see with her. With her by his side, he almost feels like he is worthy of it. Little does Enzo know, Maisie holds the key to his freedom. Thank you, Anne Morgan, for the advanced reader copy. Can't wait to see what else you write. Okay, so again, that's Glitter and Grim, Sinners and Sweethearts, Book 1 by Anne Morgan. Head over, pick up a copy if that sounds like it's your jam, and give our indie authors some love, because we love to support our indie authors. And that concludes today's episode of 1-Star Wonders. Spoiler, they hated it. We made it, Anna. We made it to the end. As always, show notes will include links to these books for you to access easily if you are interested in picking up a copy of anything that we talked about here today. Give us a like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bells, and tune in next time for our next book that we read. 1-star reviews, 1-Star Wonders, spoiler, they hated it. Thanks, everyone. Bye!